July 19th, 1991. For 12-year-old Jared Negrete, the air that day on Mount San Gorgonio was thin but electric with the promise of his first overnight Boy Scout trip. He was excited, maybe a little nervous. At 5'2" and 150 pounds, he wasn't the fastest hiker in Troop 538, but he was eager. Camera in hand, he was ready to capture the vast, rugged beauty of the San Bernardino Mountains, the highest peak in Southern California looming above them. The troop pushed upward along the trail. Jared, carrying his pack, canteen, and camera, began to lag behind. Some of the older scouts were eager, pushing the pace. Jared fell further back. Other hikers on the trail noticed the lone boy and, as they passed the troop, informed the scout leader of their concern. The leader reportedly acknowledged it, saying he would collect Jared on the descent. The summit was close. Jared presumably wasn't far behind. They continued up. But when the troop regrouped at the peak, the clear mountain air felt suddenly colder. Jared wasn't there. He hadn't caught up. He wasn't anywhere in sight. Realization came slowly at first, then all at once. As daylight faded, the scout leader began the trek back down to base camp, retracing miles of trail alone to raise the alarm. By 7 a.m. the next morning, July 20th, a full-scale search and rescue effort was already underway. For days, then weeks, the mountain was alive with searchers. At its peak, over 4,000 people were involved. Professionals, fellow scouts, Marines, locals. Helicopters swept overhead using infrared. K-9 units combed through manzanita thickets. Teams on horseback navigated treacherous ravines. The search covered 130 square miles of rugged terrain. Daytime temperatures soared into the 80s, while at night the cold dropped into the 30s. Jared, last seen in his scout uniform, wasn't equipped for that kind of exposure. And yet, hope lingered. Search teams found footprints at the 10,000-foot level, matching the tread of Jared's shoes. There were discarded wrappers, beef jerky, candy, signs he had been moving, surviving, trying to stay alive. His backpack was found not far off the trail. Then, 9 days after he vanished, searchers discovered his camera. It had been snagged under a bush just 200 feet from the Vivian Trail in an area full of unstable rock and steep, sudden drops. The film was developed with quiet urgency, 12 exposures. The first 11 were simple, scenic shots of the mountain, possible photos of his fellow scouts, moments captured with a child's unfiltered gaze. They offered a glimpse into Jared's perspective, his excitement, his presence before things went wrong. But the 12th photo was different. It was taken in the dark, a close-up, blurry, off-center. Jared's eyes and nose filled the frame. His eyes were wide. Some described his expression as fearful. Others said it was simply startled or confused. Either way, it was the final image on the roll. A self-portrait in the middle of the night, alone in the wilderness. What had prompted him to take it? What was happening just beyond the edge of the frame? What was reflected in those wide eyes? The photo raised more questions than it answered, and it would be the last trace of him ever found. Despite the discovery of the camera and the enormous manpower behind the search, no further signs of Jared ever surfaced. After more than 2 weeks, the official operation was suspended. The mountain kept its silence. To this day, Jared Negrete has never been found. Only fragments remain: the wrappers, the footprints, the backpack, and that final image. A child's face caught in a single flash of light staring out from the darkness. Not speaking, not explaining, just looking. A snapshot frozen in time at the edge of terror before vanishing into the wild. If you want to hear more stories like this one, click that like button below and subscribe to the Brink of Darkness, the Untold Stories Survival.